everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to the Dice Tower. And today this is a look back, where I take a look at reviews that I did a year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and even 20 years ago. I talk about these reviews if I remember them. So let's see what I think. So 20 years ago, I reviewed Relax Wow. This is a game where it's a small game. I think I'm one of the few people who's ever played it in the world. Published mostly in Korea, I think. You're playing cards. Wow, kids like it. Not me. 5 out of 10. Da Vinci's Challenge. This is a very interesting game where you're placing these oval pieces and then kind of trapezoid pieces together to make, one of the pictures from Da Vinci or what have you. It's interesting as you make things. It's an okay abstract game with interesting ideas, but doesn't gel as much. It's more of a hope the other person makes a mistake. 6 out of 10. And then Plexed. This is another simply fun game where you're finding words in unique ways out of a bunch of dice that you roll. So that's 6 out of 10. It's an okay word game. 10 years ago, I reviewed Squish 'em Fantasy. It looked fun. Use monsters to crush your enemies, but it's a pretty bad game. 4 out of 10. Bamboleo, a neat game of balancing wooden figures on this disc. Well, at least it looks neat. It's so hard to balance. It's so easy to mess up. And then you got to reset everything up again. So I don't like it for that reason. 5 out of 10. Push a Monster. This is from Queen Games, where you're pushing monsters off of a ledge. Cute little game for kids. 6 out of 10. Balance Duels. This guy was at Essen forever showing off this game. Where you're moving pieces and there's this whole balance, which might change things a little bit. Interesting game. Ultimately, it's fine. 6 out of 10. Mule. I know a lot of people have very fond memories of the computer game. This Lotte Palette version of it was almost there, but it's a little fiddly. And again, just played a computer game. 6.5. Orleans Invasion. So this was an expansion for Orleans that added a few things, but the main thing it added was a cooperative mode. And surprisingly, I went into this with a very who cares? It's actually pretty decent. I've cooled on it recently. I'd rather just play Orleans competitively, but still a 7 out of 10. Antarctica. This is a game about, moving pieces around. It's like a very Euro game using Antarctica as a theme, and it's pretty decent. 7 out of 10. Burger Boss, a dice rolling burger game. I really like burger-themed games for some reason, and this one was enjoyable. 7 out of 10. Hamster Roll, another dexterity game. This one was just recently reprinted from 25th Century. A big circle that you put pieces on, it rolls. Very unique. 7 out of 10. All right, Time Stories. So this one here, 10 years ago now, I gave it a 10. Today I give it a 6. Now this is such a huge drop, one of the biggest drops I've ever had in board gaming. I still think my first experience with Time Stories was a 10. It was so amazing. It introduced a lot of things, but there's a bunch of reasons this game has dropped so much in its score. One is there's tons of games that do a lot of the things in it, like the escape room. This was the first time I had any idea a game could be like an escape room style game. 2, a lot of the things I was excited about with this initial one for the full fulfillment of Time Stories just fizzled and died. Like if you play Time Stories, just play the first 3 or 4 missions and then stop and never try to find a deeper story because it is not there. And that promise, I feel still kind of betrayed by this game. So that's why it changed. 5 years ago, I reviewed one of my most hated games of all time, or hated games, the Kraft Heinz Variety Game Pack. Macaroni and cheese, ketchup. This is so bad. It is one of the most blatant cash grabs I've ever seen. I hate it with every ounce by being a 1 out of 10. Friday the 13th, Horror at Camp Crystal. This one is a remaking of Quartz. This is from Sergio Halaban, who did Sheriff of Nottingham. Quartz is fine. It's a little push your luck game. I don't know that it needs 3 versions. This is one of the versions. Another one is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. 6 out of 10. Out of This World. This is a little game from DeVere with a Stranger Things kind of thematic base to it. 7 out of 10. Disciple Detective, a little biblical game where you're trying to figure out the cards in your hands. You're showing people your cards, trying to use clues to figure out. It's like the deductive, disciple game. That's in the title. But 7 out of 10. Holly, Festival of Colors. I always want to be part of this Holly Festival. It looks fun. This is an abstract game when you're throwing color powder and it's falling down on the floors below you. Pretty neat little game, 7 out of 10. The Boomerang series of games. So there's Boomerang Australia, Boomerang USA, and another Boomerang. And this is a flip and right. I don't know that you need 3 of the pretty much the same game, but if you get one of them, it's cool. Boomerang 7.5. And 5 years ago, I played Night of the Living Dead a Zombicide game. Now, Zombicide is a game I'm fine on, but this is my favorite of the genre. It's so thematic. The movie comes to life, and it feels different than the others. It also takes the movie beyond the movie. It's like, what if everyone survived the movie, and then went on and got guns and stuff? So I enjoy that. So an 8 out of 10. All right, last year I reviewed Ovation, a deck-building game of sorts about making music. I love this theme. This one's almost there, a little repetitive for me, 6.5. Whippy Leg, this is from Gerhard's, one of their dexterity games, but the discs roll down. This is one of the few games that I own in my personal collection because I took it home to play with the kids, and it's fun to see those discs roll back and forth and then get 4 in a row. 7 out of 10. Jewels for the Emperor Penguin. This is a game that looked like a little kid's game, but actually has some pretty good ideas in it. You're moving penguins up, collecting resources, and then trading them in. It has some similar feelings to Century Spice Road, but with some dynamic moving, a 7.5. And SETI. It's been a year since SETI's come out now. What a fantastic game about searching the skies for alien life and then finding alien life, and now we got some new aliens to mess with. I'm very excited. I have not played the expansion yet, but very excited to. A 9 out of 10. So those are the reviews that I did 1, 5, 10, and 20 years ago. Before we head out here, folks, I want to say thank you to some of our GameFound backers. I want to say thank you to Albert Lau, to Sonia, Sammy, Tanya, Empu, and Ella from Finland, to Peter Moholt from Denmark, to Mark Dayton, to the Board Game Melange and Paradise Game Store in Vienna, to Graham Fish, and to Luca, who wants to thank the team for bringing board game joy. Hey, thank you all. We appreciate it. And thank you for watching. This is Look Back. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you next time. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.